The tension was already high before the opening tip. Every time the Indiana Fever and Dallas stepped onto the court this season, there was drama, physicality, and non-stop trash talk. But this one felt different from the start. The crowd was louder, the players were chirping early, and all eyes were locked on one player, Caitlin Clark. And somehow, she still exceeded the hype. Because what started as a regular season matchup quickly turned into one of the most intense games of the year. And by the end of the night, Caitlin Clark completely owned the spotlight. The first quarter looked like a playoff game. Dallas came out aggressive immediately, trying to pressure Clark the second she crossed half court. Every possession felt physical. Hard screens, hand-checking, players getting in each other's faces after whistles. You could tell both teams wanted to make a statement, but Clark didn't back down. In fact, the more physical Dallas became, the calmer she looked. That's the scary part about her game right now. Early in her rookie season, teams thought they could rattle her by being extra physical. They bumped her, trapped her, picked her up full court, and forced her into uncomfortable possessions. Now, she's starting to punish teams for it. Midway through the first quarter, Clark hit a deep three from nearly the logo and instantly turned toward the crowd while Dallas players looked frustrated. A few possessions later, she threaded a ridiculous pass through traffic for an easy layup. That's when the energy shifted. Suddenly, the Fever bench was alive. The crowd exploded. And Dallas started playing emotionally. That's exactly what Indiana wanted. But things really got heated in the second quarter. After a hard foul near the sideline, players from both teams started jawing at each other. Officials stepped in quickly before it escalated further, but the tension stayed in the air for the rest of the game. And honestly, that moment may have unlocked Clark completely. Because after that exchange, she went into takeover mode. She started attacking off the dribble with confidence. She pushed the pace every chance she got. And every time Dallas tried to trap her, she made them pay with impossible passes. This is what makes Caitlin Clark different. Most rookies are trying to survive. Clark is already controlling entire games. She manipulates defenses like a veteran. She sees passing lanes before they open. And when defenders start overthinking because they're scared of her shooting range, she attacks the paint immediately. That basketball IQ is elite, and the scary thing is, she's still adjusting to the WNBA. By halftime, social media was already exploding. Fans were posting clips of her deep threes, arguing about the physicality, and debating whether Dallas was being too aggressive. But one thing everybody agreed on? Caitlin Clark was must-watch television again. And that's becoming a pattern across the league. Every Fever game suddenly feels bigger. Attendance numbers are skyrocketing. Arenas are selling out. Celebrities are showing up courtside. TV ratings are climbing every single week. Clark didn't just enter the WNBA, she changed the energy of the entire league. And games like this are exactly why. The third quarter is where things completely boiled over. Dallas clearly wanted to send a message physically, but Indiana responded with toughness of their own. Players were diving for loose balls, arguing with refs, and fighting for every possession like it was the postseason. Then came the moment everybody started talking about online. Clark hit another deep three, this one with a defender right in her face, and immediately got stared down after the shot. Instead of reacting emotionally, she simply smiled and jogged back on defense. That confidence drives opponents crazy, because Clark doesn't look intimidated anymore. Earlier in the season, there were moments where the speed and physicality clearly affected her rhythm, but now she's adapting fast. She's stronger with the ball, more patient against traps, more comfortable finishing through contact, and most importantly, she's starting to realize she belongs here. That changes everything. Late in the third quarter, Dallas tried doubling her aggressively near half court, hoping to force the ball out of her hands. Clark responded by firing a cross-court pass directly into the shooting pocket of her teammate for another bucket. That pass broke the defense completely. And you could see the frustration building on the Dallas sideline, because no matter what coverage they tried, Clark kept solving it. Trap her? She passes over it. Play soft? She pulls from 30 feet. Guard tight? She attacks the rim. That's what superstar players do. And right now, Caitlin Clark is starting to look like a future superstar much faster than people expected. But this game wasn't just about highlights, it was emotional. You could feel both teams genuinely dislike each other by the fourth quarter. Every whistle created reactions. Every bucket felt personal. Every defensive stop came with celebration. The atmosphere was incredible. And somehow Clark stayed right in the center of it all. With under 5 minutes left, the game became pure chaos. Big shots, hard fouls, crowd screaming nonstop. And in the biggest moments, Clark delivered again. She controlled the tempo, made smart decisions under pressure, and kept Indiana composed while everything around them felt intense. That's leadership. And remember, she's still a rookie. That's the part people forget sometimes. The expectations around Caitlin Clark are absolutely insane. She came into the league with more pressure than almost any WNBA rookie ever. Every game is nationally discussed. Every mistake trends online. Every performance gets analyzed nonstop. Most young players would crumble under that spotlight. Clark seems to get stronger because of it. And that's why moments like this matter. This wasn't just another high-scoring performance. This was proof that she can handle emotional, physical, playoff-style basketball and still control the game mentally. That's a huge development for Indiana moving forward, because if Clark keeps evolving this quickly, the Fever are going to become a serious problem much sooner than expected. And honestly, the rest of the league knows it too. You can tell by the way teams defend her. Nobody guards Clark casually anymore. The moment she crosses half court, entire defenses shift toward her. Coaches are designing special coverages just to slow her down. Veterans are getting extra physical trying to disrupt her rhythm. That level of attention says everything. Superstars get treated differently, and Caitlin Clark is already receiving superstar attention. By the final buzzer, fans inside the arena were on their feet. Not just because of the intensity, not just because of the drama, but because they knew they had witnessed another major Caitlin Clark moment. The rivalry between Indiana and Dallas suddenly feels real now. There's emotion, there's tension, and every matchup between these teams is starting to feel personal, which is exactly what the WNBA wants. Rivalries create unforgettable basketball, and with Caitlin Clark involved, the spotlight only gets bigger, because whether people love her, doubt her, cheer for her, or root against her, they cannot stop watching her. That's what stars do. And after this heated battle against Dallas, one thing became crystal clear. Caitlin Clark didn't just survive the chaos, she owned it.